So if you're watching this video, that means that you're 100% bona fide otaku and you're stuck in your house because of the COVID-19 quarantine. But fear not, my friends. I have 10 animes that you're going to want to start and binge just in case you get bored and you need something to do. So without further ado, editor, please roll the ice cream intro. Number 10 on this list is an old classic coming out of 1992. It chronicles the life of 14-year-old street punk 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼 after he has a life-changing event that changes his life and changes him into a spirit detective. Of course, I'm talking about Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, if you feel like you've never had the time to start this anime because it is 112 episodes, there's no better time to start it than right now. It has pretty interesting character designs, dynamic fights, and it has notable voice actors and actresses as well. If you can recognize Korbar's voice actor in the dub, it's Chris Sabat, who plays Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. Also, Linda Cook, who plays Genkai in the show, she voice acts as Frieza in the Dragon Ball series as well. There's no better time to start this anime than right now, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed if you start it. Number 9 on this list is one of the greatest anime movies to ever be created. It's directed by the eclectic Satoshi Kon. Of course, I am talking about Perfect Blue. If you've never seen any of this man's work, I recommend also watching Paprika, Paranoia Agent, and Tokyo Godfathers to throw in some honorable mentions. But back to Perfect Blue. It follows the life of an idol singer who wants to become an actress and give up her squeaky clean idol image to do more risky films. Some of her fans and also the people close to her in her life don't necessarily like this change, and things start to change drastically for our idol heroine. This movie has some of the most jarring, mind-boggling images and visuals that you'll ever watch, and it'll start to make you wonder if what you're even looking at is reality, or if it's some type of split reality that was created in the mind of you or the protagonist in the movie. I guarantee you will more than enjoy this movie, you will watch it 2 to 3 times just to make sure you actually saw what you watched. Please watch Perfect Blue. Whether you're an adult or a teenager, I think we can all agree that teenage high school romance is weird, confusing, and for the most part pretty temporary. Now, if you've been on the internet in the past year, you definitely know this video behind me. You've seen it multiple times on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and you're probably wondering, where is that from? I'm getting ready to tell you. It comes from Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 1, and in about 3 days on the 9th, Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2 will be premiering. This anime is short with only 12 episodes, but I guarantee you that each episode that you watch, you'll get a new outlook on the psychological beliefs that teenagers have when it comes to romance. Wait, pause. Genius intellect teenagers and what they think love looks like and how it should be conveyed. I guarantee you will love this anime and you'll probably end up dancing along with Chika-san at the end of the episode. Please watch Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 1 before Season 2 comes out. If you know anything about me, then you know I have dubbed Cowboy Bebop as the greatest anime to ever be created of all time. It was directed by Chen. I've made every one of your favorite animes in the last decade Watanabe, who has directed animes such as Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy, Terra in Renaissance, and the newest anime that came out last year by him, Carole & Tuesday. I recommend that you watch all 4 of those along with Cowboy Bebop, but I digress. Cowboy Bebop follows the space escapades of bounty hunters Jet Black and Spike Spiegel, who also bring along Faye Valentine and everyone's favorite space hacker, Radical Edward. The anime has a phenomenal jazz soundtrack. It has a conflict of internal battles that each cast member has to go ahead and fight through that the show highlights in a very fantastic and artistic way, and also dance-like fight sequences that you'll never forget with some of the funniest 90s comedy that you can get. It is a disservice if you have never seen this anime, and this next one isn't a request, it is a demand. Watch Cowboy Bebop. This next anime came out in the 2018 spring season, which I felt a lot of people didn't appreciate its brilliance until after the fact. I am talking about 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼. This is probably one of the best animes that we had come out in the last decade that I feel doesn't get enough credit. It chronicles the journey of 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄 as he tries to figure out who he is, as if he's the true article according to his rival Yuri. He enters a neo-science sci-fi boxing tournament that requires each fighter to have some type of gear system tech on their arms while they fight. The anime has a very gritty story along with art style, kind of like a sandbox roar style, just like the previous anime 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼 did, but it was done in 2018, which I thought was very well done. It has intricate character dynamics between each character as far as their relationship goes, and crisp boxing scenes. I recommend if you feel like you can go toe-to-toe, pound for pound with this anime, step in the fight with 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄 and see what you got. If you're watching this video, baby, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, or may have businesses on your own and you want art for your social medias and websites, well, look no further than my friend Equinox. He's created artwork for me in the past, such as this Twitter banner right here. Also, if you've noticed and you're paying attention, the Popsicle YouTube channel, the media team, we've also got a brand new updated logo that he also created. He creates phenomenal work, as you can see, and you will not be disappointed. The link to his description will be down below if you want to hit him up and get work done. Trust me, guys, you will not be disappointed by this young and talented artist. Please give Equinox a follow and tell him that the Popsicle team sent you. Now, without further ado, let's get to the next 5 entries. The next entry at the number 5 spot is the greatest anime movie to ever be created. It is, of course, I'm talking about 𝙈𝙀𝘼𝘾, coming to us from the summer of 1988. It deals with a motorcycle group who gets wrapped up in a top secret government project having to do with superpowered telekinetic teenagers. The movie, of course, deals with themes such as jealousy and what happens when you get caught with powers that you exactly don't know how to handle. The animation is great and probably better than a lot of animes that you would see today, or on par with a lot of animes that you would see today. The fight scenes are fantastic. The art style is absolutely incredible. I guarantee you'll watch this movie more than one time. Do yourself a favor and watch this cult classic. This anime, just like the next series, coming at the number 3 slot, but this one at the number 4 has multiple seasons. It is called Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars for all my English-speaking fans. This anime follows the tales of Shokugeki Soma as he goes to the top Japanese culinary school in the world in hopes of becoming the best chef and one day beating his father in a food war. Now, this anime is very interesting with a lot of the dishes that they make. You can make these at home yourself if your cooking is your thing that you want to do while you're at home. You know, pick up a trade, you know, just learn a new talent, whatever it may be. A lot of the food looks great. I will say this though, it is definitely one of those don't watch in public or not safe for work type of animes. I will give you that advice, or if you're gonna watch it, make sure that there's no one that you don't want to see. You know, certain things are up and around. But yes, Shokugeki no Soma is actually an incredible anime that you should really give a shot. Number 3 on this list probably doesn't surprise anyone that it's on here. I'm talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It starts with Jonathan Joestar, who gets into a little bit of trouble when his family gets flipped upside down by an outsider bone known as Dio Brando, who starts causing trouble by turning himself into a vampire with a stone mask. After that, you can watch parts 2, 3, 4, and 5 Golden Wind if you really like it. That is the most recently adapted anime series for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And if you really like it, you can go and read the mangas parts 6, 7, and 8. A lot of people say this anime isn't for them. A lot of people say that it is. If you give it a shot, you may actually like it, and now you have the proper time to sit down and make that decision. On to the next one, entry number 2. With the announcement last month, in 2021, we will be seeing an anime adaptation, a new anime adaptation for Bleach. That's right, all my Bleach heads, for some of you that don't know me personally, Bleach is the first anime that I really watched that really made me appreciate anime. It's coming back after hearing years of it'll never come back. It's It's trash. Why would you want to see that anyway? It's coming back, and I feel like before the new anime adaptation does come back, you should probably watch its original run first. It's around 300 episodes, so you've got a little bit of time and some after the quarantine. I would just pace yourself when it comes to this anime. It follows the chronicles of 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼, who gets wrapped up in this whole soul society, you know, being a shinigami and stuff like that. He gets wrapped up into that, and then the whole adventure takes off from there. Give Bleach a shot. We finally made it to number 1. And the reason why I let out a breath like this, because this one is a stretch. This one is going to take you after the quarantine and then son. I am talking about One Piece. 900 episodes, or I think it may even have more than that, but 900 episodes plus this anime has. It follows the pirate adventures of Luffy and the Straw Hats as he tries to become the Pirate King. 900 episodes and he still hasn't done it. Listen, I love One Piece, but Luffy, speed it up, my boy. But yes, One Piece, I know a lot of people, this is the chief argument that a lot of people say, I don't have time, I'm busy. Well, right now, there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. So, without further ado, I'm gonna sign off on this video. I hope you guys go and watch One Piece. And that's gonna do it for me, guys. I've been MoshPitNoel. If you enjoyed this video and want to see me do a part 2, make sure to like the video and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss when I upload that video. Also share this to all your social media, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it is. Make sure to follow us on all those social medias as well. They'll be down below in the description. Thank you for joining the cool side of YouTube that brings the most heat. And remember, stay frosty, my friends.